What's up, fellas? Been a while. I'm not gonna do these droughts anymore. I'm gonna start taking this and running with it. We put a couple videos up. We got a bunch of subscribers from it. Great views out of them, thousands. Those of you know I had a channel in the past. I sold the channel. I regret selling the channel. We're back for more. I have a lot of things that I'm gonna bring to this channel. Starting now, starting this very moment, this first video, and it's going to be range related, firearm related, review related, bug out / prepper related, if that's what you want to call it, and everything in between. Basically, I changed the name. I wanted something more on this level of just a prepared civilian instead of the whole outdoor thing in total. With that said, I have a lot of videos that I'm going to be doing this weekend and in the next week and uploading to get things started. We got a video on what to bring to the range, what to keep in like a bug out get home bag, what to keep in your vehicle, couple reviews on red dots, why I choose certain red dots for certain situations, EDC pistols, and everything in between. So with that said, this first video, I wanted to dive right in to the viewer aspect, and that's usually loadouts and kits and stuff like that. With that said, my first video today is going to be my loadout. Warning goes off on the TV, whether you're in a invasion type situation. Some people go out and say like a zombie apocalypse situation, anything like that. This is what I'm putting on to defend my home, defend my family, get home, get to a different location, whatever the case may be. And I'm not running this down to what's in my bags. I'm going to keep that for a separate video as far as like water, food, fire starting, all that kind of stuff. This is strictly loadout that's currently on me. This is the war type stuff, if that makes sense. This is the battle gear. This is not the get home bag itself. So I'm gonna start right off the rip. It's gonna be my chest kit, my belt, what's on them, why, and my my firearms, and that's really it. So I got a couple kit pieces over here. I got my firearms over here on the safe side. So I'm just gonna dig right into it and why. My first item is gonna be my plate carrier. This is a shellback. I have tried Cry. I have tried a bunch of upcoming brands, etc. And I'm a big guy. This is by far the most comfortable for me as far as the way it feels around my, not really around my chest, but being able to maneuver my rifle and stuff while wearing it. This is the most comfortable for me. It's got MOLLE everywhere. It's just a very good setup for me, and I can't stress enough when people are buying these things, make sure you're trying stuff on, make sure that you know that you're comfortable in it and that it's a good brand, good plates, etc. So you're going to protect yourself. If it's very uncomfortable, if it's too heavy for what you're thinking, if you can't move your rifle up and down, if you can't maneuver what you have, you're probably not going to put it on, and that's not a good thing. So this is a shellback. An American flag on the back for obvious reasons. Anything was to happen for, invasion type deal, like you've seen what just happened in Ukraine when Russia started invading. You got all these guys running around that don't know what, they never even held a gun. They didn't know who was who. I rock the American flag for that reason. The only thing I keep on this is in the front is 3 extra magazines. Reason being, I have med and everything on my belt, as you'll see, and I don't want this to become cumbersome where it's too much stuff dangling off the front. It's already got weight to it. I'm running HESCO plates. I don't want stuff hanging off the front where it's, you can add stuff to the front of this and then down here, but again, I don't want it to be uncomfortable because then I'm less likely to wear it. The way I have it now, it's very simple. Again, it's a shellback, HESCO plates, Grey Ghost front pouch for the mags, and the back I keep completely empty. Very important to have a grab strap on the back of your plate carrier as well. And that's it for the plate carrier. This is more of a range thing, but I always keep them in my bag just in case. Is a pair of Ear Pro. These are some cheaper walkers. They're about 50 bucks. They are electronic, so you could hear everything. If someone's talking, whatever the case, you could still hear that. I was at the range yesterday, so this does not have all the magazines back in it yet. But this is my belt. And I'll go over it piece by piece. I'm left-handed, obviously, so we'll start on the right. This is a high-speed gear setup. Pretty much everything on here is high-speed gear or gray ghost gear. These are the tacos. My main duty gun is a Glock, so I carry 3 Glock mags in here, and then the one in the gun, obviously. 2 additional AR-15 magazines. These are 5.56, which you'll see the rifle afterwards. Coming down to right around my 5 o'clock is where my med kit would be. It's not too crazy. I keep aspirin, stop the bleed, gauze, little bandages, tweezers for like splinter removal, etc. Dump pouch. These can be used for numerous things. They're crazy not to have. When I'm at the range and I'm dropping magazines, I'm throwing my empty mags in here. If you're in a real life situation, you could be scavenging for shit. You find something on the ground that's useful, you throw it in this bag. Safariland QLS, which is ran with a T-Rex Ragnarok holster. I like these because they're light bearing. I have a couple different guns that have an X300 on them, and they all fit in here. And this just clips in like this. Very simple QLS system. QLS, if you're not familiar, is Safariland's quick lock system. Being able to adjust and pop these off without removing all this from your belt. We have a tourniquet here, and then my gloves hang on a carabiner that could be used for a lot of other things as well. I do use the leg strap. It's just more comfortable when you're moving. If you're actually doing any sort of running or moving with your firearm, it's significantly more comfortable to have that. I do, if I'm traveling, I do keep all of this in an RE Factor bag, as well as like I said, I got back from the range yesterday, so it doesn't really have much in it. I'm kind of reorganizing, but I keep all my ATF paperwork in here. Granted, some shit happens, you're not really worried about that, but I keep all this stuff in that bag. It's super easy. Those bags are not cheap, man. They're like $400 or $500, but they are worth it. They are durable as hell. Coming out of this side now, moving to the firearm side. The first would be the pistol. And it obviously goes into that holster I was just showing you. I carry a 19X MOS now as my duty gun. This is the new MOS system that Glock has. It's not an OG that was cut. I run a Surefire X300 Turbo, best light in the business. It's not small, it's not light, but it's bulletproof. Not literally, but I could drop this out a window. It's going to keep working. The batteries are decent on it. And they're just known, man. They don't break, they don't fail on you. It's just a great light. If I'm going to the store real quick, I might grab something with a TLR, but we're talking loadout stuff here. So again, it's fitted with an X300 Turbo. Mag is in here, a couple other mags as you've seen. I do take a grinder, or you could use a like a sander, and I get rid of that lip here on the 19Xs. What that does is it allows you to take regular gen Glock mags from like a 17, a 45, a 47, etc., instead of just the 19X mags. This will still run 19X mags, but now it runs these as well. This is the threaded barrel that comes with it. Suppressor height sights, and I run a Trijicon RMR on here as well, red dot, and a JK Armament suppressor that will stay in my pocket for most of the time, but in a situation where you need to shoot quiet, it's a very, very simple thread on. This one actually just came in. I was running a rugged for a while, and I just got this one in, got the paperwork back for this one today, so that would be a piece that I would carry on me. Battle wise, it would be set up like this. If you needed to be more quiet, I would run the suppressor. The great thing about this JK, which I'm going to do a review on this tomorrow, and it will come up on Sunday night, is they have numerous different threads here. These are also run wet, folks. You can run these dry or wet. Running dry, it will be quiet. Running it wet with Vaseline or something, it's going to be much, much more quiet. every one of these little knobs you see here can be screwed off, making this shorter and shorter and shorter. Obviously that will affect the decibels, but sometimes you might not need to be super quiet, you just want to have it small and compact. You would drop some of these down. This is full length right now, which is giving you the most decibel performance. So this simply go in your pocket, go in your bag, and this goes in the holster that you guys just seen that goes on the bag. I also EDC this sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, but normally I EDC my 45 over my Glock 45 over anything. But yeah, that's that. And last but not least, two more things. Would be my rifle. That would be in my loadout per se. I've had this rifle a very long time. It's an MK18. I've been a sucker for the MK18 platforms for years. I've built many of them and sold them and rebuilt them and did different setups. And this is just one that I've been in love with. Got the lower, the DD grip, B5 stock, Radian handle, LMT upper with a Daniel Defense barrel, Daniel Defense irons, aim point, stubby, Surefire, and the pressure pad for the Surefire. Yankee Hill muzzle device, so you can see here coming down. Just keep my sling tied up there. Love this rifle. It has been proven and proven and proven. I have numerous rounds through it. I've never had a hiccup that wasn't my fault. And then same deal, Yankee Hill Turbo K2. I apologize, this is the T2. I said K2. K2 is the one I just ordered. This is the T2. And same deal, I keep this in my bag, and it's a very simple, super simple lock system with Yankee Hill that's ready to go. And it still keeps my rifle very manageable lengthwise. It's only a 10-3 barrel from the start. You're only giving it another 4 inches or so. So yeah, that's my my rifle setup. And then last but not least, M13 thermobaric, which is considered a flashbang. I keep one of these in my bag. In a situation you just need to get out of Dodge, or again, so many things can be used for so many different situations, but situation you need to get out of Dodge, you need a distraction device. You're getting watched by someone and you need to make a distraction just so you can get out, not even really engage. These things can come in handy. Again, they're M13 thermobaric. You do need a IWI pyro license for them. It's not hard to get. If anyone has questions on it, drop a comment below and I'll tell you how to go about it. They are very specific by state, though. Certain states they will not ship them to, even if you have your license. And M14 deployment smoke, also by IWI, in green. Again, not really calling in any helicopters, but if I needed to make smoke for a buddy to find me, you're down in the woods, again, a distraction, anything like that, smoke can be a huge help for you. It's been around for decades, doing things like that. So that's it, guys. This was the first video. Like I said, I'm not going to get too in-depth with everything. I'll do another one going into my backpack and what's in there as far as like EDC stuff and, you know, fire starting, that kind of shit. But this one I just wanted to give a rundown of, the kit itself, what I have, why I have it. Drop a comment below, and I'll see you on the next one.